Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is hole numbers 1 through 3 of the Sichuan Regional Tournament Master Division qualifying round. For hole number 1, we're going to start off with a quarterback, and I'm starting with a kingmaker. You can just start with a kingslayer if you like. But we're going to set up at P6 max rest, white ring touching the rough to our right. Then I'm going to apply max topspin with my quarterback, 3 left spin, which is why I'm using a kingmaker. Swap over to my Kingslayer ball, and then finally over to my APOC and Grizzly bag. That's APOC 5+. Our adjustment is P0 max plus 20% elevation. Then we're going to center the ball. We hit perfect. Ball is going to land in the middle of the fairway, roll out along the left-hand side, and finish with a drive distance of 338 yards. For our approach shot, we're going to use a Grizzly level 9. First thing that I'm going to do is check my distance from the hole by performing a bottom white ring pin check, so placing the bottom of our white ring through the cup. We are at plus 3 yards. Then we're going to position ourselves so the bottom of the red ring is touching the bunker, ball guide is through the hole. This is before we apply any spin. Once we have our aim set, we will apply spin as needed so that the ball guide is approximately 1 cup through the hole. And then our adjustment based on our plus 3 check is going to be P0 plus 20% elevation at 50% slider, which is 11.2 rings pulling 1 time across the bullseye. Then I'm going to center the ball. We hit perfect. Ball's going to land in the fairway, bounce up onto the green, and we are going to catch the left edge of the cup for eagle. So 2 possible tweaks. One is that specific angle needs a couple clicks of right curl, or 2, we need to pull a little bit more 1159. For hole number 2, we're going to be using a Viper level 10 and a Kingslayer ball. And I actually do load the hole with a Kingslayer here, but you'll see in a moment I'm going to swap over to my Kingmaker, which if you like, I recommend loading the hole with that ball because we're going to use max backspin with 3 right spin. This is a no moving target setup, so don't move your rings until it's time to adjust. My adjustment here is P0 max plus 5% elevation, which is going to be 6.2 rings pulling from the blue ring. You'll notice that my bullseye is going to get to the very edge of the fairway. So one thing to keep in mind is if you have a higher wind than we have here, which you can obviously get since it goes up to 10.4, you're going to adjust down into the water. So I did not adjust into the water, so I'm just going to center the ball and hit perfect. But if you adjust into the water, you're going to need to use a little bit of overpower. The further that you adjust into the water, the more clicks of overpower you're going to need to basically get your elevation back up onto the fairway level. But we do drop right edge of the cup for a hole-in-one. So again, possible tweaks here would be a little bit more 1159 or a little bit of left curl. For hole number 3, we're going to start off with a rock level 9, and I'm starting with a Titan ball. But again, you could just start with a Kingslayer if you like. We're going to set up at max rest, white ring touching the rough to our left, and then I'm going to use max topspin with the rock, 2 left spin, and then swap over to my Kingslayer, and then finally we're going to swap over to APOC 5+ with Sniper as our wood club. I am pulling my rings here. However, you can see the bushes and trees are a little bit problematic, so I probably recommend pushing your adjustment, but it's completely up to you, obviously. P0 max plus 20% elevation is our adjustment. Then we're going to center the ball, and we hit perfect. Ball's going to land in the first fairway, bounce over the rough into the next fairway, and then we are going to roll out for a drive distance of 356 yards. For our approach, we're going to use a sniper level 10. First thing that we're going to do is check our distance from the hole by performing a top white ring wood check. So we want to place the top of our white ring against the edge of the wood, specifically that little vertical plank there that you can see. The white ring is just starting to, it just creeps up that little vertical plank. Then we're going to use a light 2 backspin with 3 right spin and position ourselves so the tip of the ball guide is approximately 1 square short of the hole. Based on our +8 check, our adjustment is going to be wind minus 0.2. So my adjustment here is 9.3 rings pulling from the white ring. Then I'm going to center the ball. We hit perfect. Ball is going to land on the island. We're going to bounce up and roll onto the green and then come in nicely center cup for the albatross. For further instructions on how to play these holes, make sure you guys click the link below and subscribe to Master Tournament Guides through Golf Clash Tommy. Good luck in your qualifying rounds.